dying. My heart's still beating, I'm breathing, I feel the pressure rising. Go name my set and typing, you see the letters flying. I got the team and we cleaning to get the weapons firing. Even dirty, I'm talking trash. I can joke but my pack is bigger. With scissors I duck and dash. From the Rio, she Jack and River. Talking to no man's land. Leaving red like they sang a sister. They be taking the piss, so don't understand how to handle givers. Some made me straight for their vitals, don't wanna play with no child. Turn up the instrument section, I'm about to stage my reprisal. Done me and prayed on my settings, I take your waste and recycle. They do feel safe up in heaven, shit on your name and your titles.
Cross the line, let the whole world die. Eye for eye, so the justice blind. Sacrifice down, we're left behind. They watched us falling. Take a shot, hold our weapons high. There's no peace when the fire's rise. Bloody eyes, hatred in my eyes.
Sending them a warning when they
Take a look at me.
take the trash out, hitting all their vitals when they
Take a look at me.
I'm a lash out, fighting for survival when they
Take a look at me.
turn up the noise and know they never listen. We broken toys and changed the words and wrote the definition. Can't fill the void but paint the verse and chose a better vision. Fighting for what's left, we tend to prayer, hopes and premonitions. When I'm out of the gates, call out to Yasim and great. They wanna open the door but I'm wearing the way that I'm making the paint spray. That mean I'm good with the pen, crossing like August, I see what I make. I see them as like a semi, you might be descending their every mistake.
Cross the line, let the whole world die. Eye for eye, so the justice blind. Sacrifice down, we're left behind. They watched us falling. Take a shot, hold our weapons high. There's no peace when the fire's rise. Bloody eyes, hatred in my eyes.
Sending them a warning when they
Take a look at me.
take the trash out, hitting all their vitals when they
Take a look at me.
murder and damn me back down to purgatory. They see my movements, it's red alert, an emergency. I'm blowing out the speakers till a man and God has heard of me.
Cross the line, let the whole world die. Eye for eye, so the justice blind. Sacrifice down, we're left behind. They watched us falling. Take a shot, hold our weapons high. There's no peace when the fire's rise. Bloody eyes, hatred in my eyes.
Sending them a warning when they
Take a look at me. Lock me up inside my room. Leave me without toys and food. Keep that monster in my bed. Just remember I'm not dead. You forget my memory lives way beyond these walls. You forget my innocence is taking all control.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to your new home in apartment 2 with 1 bedroom and a splendid view. Just don't forget when the rent is due. We expect all residents to abide by tenancy rules. Keep quiet, keep clean, keep telling the truth. Present evidence of any element to have better to do than to comply with our societal requirements. Those who stay in line might just survive until retirement. Pay no mind as I inquire just why the other night you went to the laundry room to hide an item in the dryer. Friend, this block is state provided and you'd be wise to be grateful. Side with every regulation and you'll find food on the table. It's not a state provided. You find decadence is wasteful.
Well, it's been a little while, guys. It's been a while since I've actually had time to sit down and do one of these to tell you the whole truth. Now, before I get started, let me just lay down some truth bombs for everyone in the room. just before we get started, like before we get into all of this, I guess if you want to just kind of wade yourself into the shallow end with me for a minute, let me just preface this before I do this. This video that we're gonna watch together is old. It's been around for a long time, so don't tell me it's old. I already know. I'm just giving my thoughts on it, like looking at it now, from someone who's seen it, but never really looked a lot into it in terms of actually just sitting down and commentating on it. Heard about it, looked into it, thought I'll save this for a stream or something, and then, like, lo and behold, here we are. We've come full circle with that video. Now, let me just say the following before we get into it. People in open relationships that, like, let's be honest. If people want to engage in an open relationship, then yeah, that's their business. It's not really my thing, but I'm not going to stop other people from doing what they're doing within the privacy of their own homes, provided everything's consensual and legal. But like just the concept of it, it doesn't mesh well with how a relationship works, in my opinion, because a relationship is meant to be like an equal partnership, and what we're about to see, it just makes me like it makes me like almost physically retch. Because of all the manipulation that's clearly at play, like, behind this whole thing. But, like, with that out of the way, let's get started. Like, I guess we're gonna do this and we're gonna torture ourselves together.
I would.
Of course, it's made by BuzzFeed, the home of cuckoldry and self-destruction. Seriously. BuzzFeed disintegrating the way that it did was probably one of the most karmic destructions I've ever seen since the movie Good Burger, when Mondo Burger blew itself the fuck up because of the use of the chemicals they used to inflate the burgers and make them look larger. Like, the whole situation was just a hilarious fucking collapse that made me giggle and laugh like a little kid that just saw one of those old cartoons where the dude steps on the rake after tripping on it. Because it was basically just them setting themselves up for failure from start to finish, and it was a glorious fucking crash.
Let's just go for it. Eat the whole
Dick.
bowl of life.
right.
The whole dick of life.
Let me get this straight. You guys have been together for not even 2 years. And you're deciding that you want to potentially risk blowing your relationship in fucking half. Like a fucking rocket through the side of a fucking Star Destroyer because you want to do what? Like what exactly are you trying to prove? Like, what are you trying to attempt when you do this shit? Like, what is the end goal? What is the desired outcome that you believe will actually result from this? Like, what exactly... I want to know what exactly their end goal here is. Like, what is this supposed to be? Like, what exactly is the result they're hoping for compared to the result they're going to get? Like, I've heard this from my therapist, like, years ago at breakup, and he laid it out. It's like, relationships are based upon mutual trust, mutual attraction, mutual communication, and mutual respect. And if you lack any of those 4 things in an appropriate enough measure, like if you don't have any of those that are on par with the others, like if none of those are equally matched in regards to how a relationship works, because they're meant to be like the legs of the relationship, like the pillars that hold it up and keep it stable. If any of those 4 pillars fall short where the other 3 don't, what's going to happen is it's going to create unsteady ground in the relationship, and it's going to create difficulties in the relationship. And what's going to happen is it's just going to fuck your shit right up. Now, the last part's obviously me paraphrasing, but it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a fucking disaster if you guys cannot trust each other at all, or if you guys don't know how to communicate your needs or feelings at all. And if you don't have any attraction, your bedroom's going to be fucking dead together. And if you have no respect, you guys are just going to be doing things just in pure spite and contempt of one another the entire time. And it's going to be a miserable fucking experience. Fuck, because there's tension between the two of them. but they don't actually have genuine respect or attraction present. It's just them being tense and frustrated and then letting it out on each other. That's not exactly a good relationship. We're gonna watch this shit crash and burn together.
Right. Eat it. Deep throat it.
They agreed to let us document their journey.
We met.
This isn't gonna be a fucking journey. This is gonna be a suicide mission that they're both doing knowingly because neither one of them cares enough to stop it in its tracks.
At an audition. And then we were on a cruise ship for like 5 months. So basically, like, we started a relationship on a really long honeymoon. I think it's really rare when you're trying to focus on making people laugh a lot for your career that someone else really makes you genuinely laugh very often.
I would say that's my big one too. You make me laugh a lot.
It especially makes her laugh when he genuinely believes that he's giving everything he requires in the relationship. I mean, it's an interesting way that they met, but at the same time, to me, it just feels like one of those things that kind of got shoehorned in. Like, it almost felt like they had to phone the shit in. I think the only reason they got together was just close proximity, and then the proximity plus alcohol equals bad decisions. And they just decided to ride that one out.
I realize that I don't want to put all my emotional baggage, whatever, onto you. If I spark.
What a load of bullshit. What a load of fucking shit. Hey, Leanne, don't bullshit. No one believes that else try to lighten the load. Nobody believes that. I think it's because you guys are sexually incompatible and you don't want to just tell him that and, like, rip off the fucking Band-Aid. So what you want to do is, like, find a way for you and him to both get that tension release without actually addressing the fucking problem. Another thing. If you guys have, like, a genuine problem with your, like, if you have problems with your emotions, like, your partner is the person you should be able to turn to for some of that. Like, you should be able to talk to him if you feel like something's wrong with you or with your emotional state or with the relationship. You should be able to talk to him about it directly. That sounds like such a fucking excuse. How are these people, like, most likely in their mid to late 20s and they don't just understand that you can talk to someone about the problem you're having, especially the person that you supposedly want to share the rest of your life with, and your first instinct is, I'm gonna find a way to weasel in the fact that I need to fuck other people while pretending that my emotional state is somehow a reliable reason. What is wrong with you? Like, this is not fucking healthy. Isn't.
Work with someone. I want to be able to pursue that without feeling guilty. Trust.
So, there it is. There it fuck. I want to be able to fuck people without feeling bad about it, and that's the whole thing. And if you guys want to try and open a relationship because that's both what you genuinely want, fine. But that doesn't seem like begrudgingly, because you probably threatened to leave if you didn't. Now, I know a lot of those 4chan green text stories, a lot of them are fucking AI slop that are just fucking fiction. But there are some that I've seen that are actually very plausible. A lot of them are just very plausible because they reflect some situations that have happened to members of my extended family, where their partner convinced them that they should just allow X, Y, and Z because, you know, it's the new millennium, everyone's, like, normalizing this behavior now, so you should just go along with it because you want to be the enlightened partner that's not holding their partner back, in the words of their hippy-dippy-doo friends. And then it turns out the only reason the person's partner got involved in that shit is because they wanted to fuck a male coworker that they worked with, and they wanted to find an excuse to do so while at the same time having this member of my family as a safety net whenever shit went bad. And to his credit, he just told her outright, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm not gonna be made to feel like I'm a replacement for someone else in case shit doesn't go well with them. Like, I'm not gonna be made to feel like a replacement or a placeholder in the home that you and I have tried to make together just because you've decided that this other person offers more, instead of just trying to communicate what could be given here. And, like, to my surprise, I was actually very happy to hear this. Like, that they sat down, they talked about it, and luckily nothing happened. Like, they were able to sit down, they talked about it, they worked it out, they communicated their needs. And he said, look, if there's something I'm not giving you that you need, just tell me what that is. And luckily everything worked out, but it's because they had that time to sit down and reconnect and then regroup to figure out what was missing from the relationship that needed to be improved. That's the thing, you just need to learn what's required and what isn't, what's needed and what's not, what is enough and what is not. But the problem is a lot of people, they got so used to like that instant gratification of like getting what they want when they wanted it, it never occurs to them that you can do the same thing in your relationship as long as you just communicate your fucking needs. Well, exactly. The problem is like a lot of people, Dan, they just don't take the time to talk about what they need. They just expect the other person to know. Look at that fucking face. Look at that fucking face. That is the look of a man who knows that his soul is about to be eviscerated and then dragged across the fucking ground like a dead animal that a dog's just dragged off to eat. He's like, I fucking hate you. I hate you and everything that we're about to do right now.
Asking you to like go out and be intimate with somebody else and still want to come back feels like a deeper level of intimacy.
No, that's delusion. That's fucking delusion. That is fucking delusional. Like, the idea of intimacy means that you trust someone enough to be exclusive to them. Like, the reason exclusivity in a relationship, the reason monogamy is considered probably one of the most intimate types of a romantic relationship is because it requires you to put yourself at the other person's mercy completely. Like, it requires you to trust this other person emphatically with your body and with your well-being and vice versa. Like, the reason monogamy is so popular, it's not because of like the way that people tell their children this shit. It's because of all the fucking horror stories that exist of people trying polyamory and trying open relationships and it just resulting in like really horrific separations or fucking divorces, to the point to where like anyone that thinks about it's like, yeah, I've seen the fallout of this, I've heard enough about it to know I just don't want to touch it with like 100-foot fucking pole. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It just feels like you want to commit, like the person wants to commit infidelity while at the same time having a safety net in case the person they're sleeping with the other guy for just bails or gives up.
Use protection. But you've kind of said like don't fall in love, but I'm not sure if that's a ground rule.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, she laughs right in his fucking face. She laughs right in his fucking face when he brings up using protection. JD, she's gonna fuck so many people. And she's probably gonna do it raw. And she's gonna do it the entire time, thinking about how fucking shattered you're gonna be and how you're gonna be split in half emotionally and mentally, knowing that she can get away with it because you've essentially given her the go-ahead by participating in this little fucking circus that you've strapped yourself in. Like, that fucking laugh. Like, that laugh was starting before he even mentioned don't fall in love. That love was immediately brewing in the back of her throat the moment he requested that she be safe. Like, the fact that she's dismissing him, thinking that she should use protection.
Can't stop that.
I think we need to tell each other every time we go on a date. It shouldn't conflict with our own dating.
It already is. It already fucking is. Like, you don't want it. Oh god, not Ned Fulmer. But yeah, it's like, it is gonna contradict your own relationship, dipshit, because the concept of a relationship is usually exclusivity. And now you've removed the exclusivity to include literally anyone that she or you can drag home at any given time. Like, what exactly is the end goal of this little experiment they're trying? Trying to see who can destroy who the fastest. It almost feels like French's nuclear doctrine. Except instead of nukes, it's dicks.
Oh yeah.
We have a date
One day
night.
night. Like, what if you find someone you want to date for a while?
I don't know.
Then the tables will have turned.
I don't know either.
I feel like that's just something we have to talk about.
Still staying up
fucking
late
ads are
gaming
gonna make me
solo?
commit suicide.
With Hacko AI, get the ultimate companion for your
Someone
play.
commits AI suicide on you.
I don't want you to be unhappy.
I hope you don't find someone you like better, but I also hope that my emotional needs, don't get in the way of you being able to fully live and realize yours. Because
What are you fucking talking about? What are you even talking about right now, Leanne? It's like, yeah, I hope you don't meet someone you like better. It's like, I think anyone will beat you out in this situation. Like no joke. Like, he's gonna find someone he likes better in no fucking time at all. If this goes his way. Let me just tell you the whole truth right now. Anyone that tries to twist you into a situation where you feel uncomfortable, and then they have cameras and shit around constantly filming you so that you have to smile regardless of how bad it is. Like, that's not someone that gives a shit about you. That's someone that cares more about being able to watch you squirm around on a hook while they go swimming around with whatever fish they want. Like, that is somebody who's already decided that your happiness is secondary to their own, instead of equal.
we're thinking about marriage, even, and
Not for long. Not for fucking long. It's like, correction, we were. Yeah, you tell me, guys. Does this look like the face of a man who is still considering marriage? That looks like the face of a man who wants to commit suicide in front of everyone in the room. Because shooting himself in the head would be less fucking shameful than living, knowing that he let himself be subjected to this shit. Like that is the face of somebody who has essentially decided that his life is fucking over. Like, you can hear the screams behind his fucking eyes right now. You can see the screams of despair and frustration behind his fucking eyes. Like, this is not the face of a man who's, like, willingly made peace with this situation. This is the face of a man who's been marched in front of the firing squad and is now just resigned to his fucking fate.
forever is a long time.
Do you think this is going to improve?
Forever is a long time. Well, that's kind of what marriage is. That was the whole principle of the institution, was to promise lifelong fidelity and loyalty. Why is it that you can know what a marriage is and then still want to engage in it if you disagree with the idea? But then the rest of your life with that person, because it doesn't feel like a chore if it's with the right person. If it's with the right person, you find comfort. Not just in the heat of passion, but in those warm moments between the two of you. They look a little bit like, they look like they might be related. It is fucking weird, not gonna lie. Thing is, though, in a relationship, those moments where it's just the two of you, just being together. Like, the moment those, like, when those moments together, just being there, feel just as exhilarating and just as happy as those moments of passion. That's how you know you have a solid relationship, is because you guys find solace in each other, not just in the intimacy of being, well, physically intimate, but also just the fact that you guys are there together, just experiencing existing, and both of you feel happy and content with each other despite whatever is going on around you. Like, even in the small mundanities of domestic life, it feels blissful. That's when a relationship is gonna last, is because you guys find comfort and relaxation in the smallest of shit. When you find joy and peace in everyday things, that's when you guys end up being happier. Because it's basically just like the style over substance thing. You can't have excitement over stability. Because once that excitement's gone, there's no stability, so it's gonna crash and burn.
Improve our relationship or tear us apart.
Like, she's like, I'm about to get tore apart and this relationship's gonna follow it, but don't worry, JD, I'll be fine. The look on her face is like, really, motherfucker? You just say that right in front of everyone? We're on potentially national television right now. And you're gonna sit there and look at me with that fucking look in your eyes and tell me that you think things are probably gonna end badly? You're gonna challenge me on this? Fuck you. You're gonna deal with this and you're gonna fucking like it. Like, that's not the look of someone who's questioning the practice they're about to indulge in. That's somebody who's questioning him questioning it.
No, improve. I hope.
Wow, great. Yeah, I hope. I love how you're not even hopeful about this. This isn't like the optimist approach or the pessimist approach. This is like the fuck it, I don't care approach.
Right, so I've been talking to somebody on OkCupid. I just don't know what to do now.
It reminds me of middle school, like, where it's like you're just talking to strangers on AOL Instant Messenger.
Why is the middle schooler talking to strangers on the internet? That's my question. Yeah, it does look like they're being held at gunpoint in the background. Tell us you want to do this, or you'll never see your families again.
JD is a little bit more excited to go on dates.
He's probably excited because he wants to get away from the person who's been forcing him into this since day one. Like, 20 bucks says that she forced him into this, and that this was not his idea, and that he went along with it just because he was afraid she would leave if he didn't. Like, I'm putting $20 on the table and saying that's probably how this whole fucking situation originated. Like, I firmly doubt, with every fiber of my being, this was something that he was willingly going along with. I think the only reason he went along with it was because he was scared shitless of what's going to happen if she decides to leave. It's going to get awfully cold in winter.
Gotta get out there. He's got a date for this weekend already, and I did feel like kind of a stab of jealousy.
Leanna.
What's wrong? Like, what's wrong? Are you mad because he's, like, jumping in after you tried to force him into it and he might have some kind of success?
And I are starting an open relationship. What do you think about that?
He's thinking you're a fucking idiot and there are easier ways to commit suicide than allowing someone to slowly kill you, JD. Like, that's not the look of a friend who's being like a fucking cautiously optimistic. That's not the friend with cautious optimism on his mind. That's the friend that's like, you've just fucked your whole life up and I'm gonna stay the fuck out of your way because I don't want to be within 100 yards of this when things finally fucking implode. That's the look of someone who's like, yeah, you just fucked your whole life up.
Whatever makes you guys happy.
I got like at least 3 people I'm talking to, and I've already like got a date for Sunday night. I almost feel guilty going on a date with somebody who's not Leanne. It's kind of exciting. I'm just like worried that Leanne's doing this to overcome her own insecurities or anxieties. I want this to be
So even JD is calling it. Even JD is calling it like he sees it. That this is all for her and not for them. It's all for her. Why are you still putting up with this shit? Why? If she admits that it's all for her, why the fuck are you still doing it? Why would you want to put yourself through this? Like, he feels bad because he wonders if this is being done for the right reasons. She's just sitting there kind of saying that he has to put up with it if she decides to find... It's always one person being, like, basically bowed into it by the other person. And in the rare occasions that it's not, they end up failing anyway, because what happens is one of them catches feelings for the affair partner. Like, it never ends well. Like, there's a reason that marriage counselors... they always say don't do this shit, like 9 times out of 10. It's because those are the ones that are like, maybe you shouldn't do this. I've seen no studies where this works. The one that says they should do it is usually the marriage counselor that's fucking one of the people there.
Something that's fun that we're doing kind of together. My first date.
Well, you're not doing it together, though. That's the thing. You guys are going your own separate ways while living under the same roof. You guys are not doing this together.
Are you excited? You don't seem excited.
Is trepidation the right word?
We haven't like talked about having sex with other people.
I think I would turn it down.
Think you would? Are we gonna like
Yes,
agree
I
on it?
would. I would.
Hey,
I
you
would.
yell at the camera. I don't think either of us got into this because we're sexually unsatisfied. At least I'm not.
That fucking look. That fucking look. It's like, well, you're not, but I would quite frankly disagree. When even your t-shirt logo describes your personality. That is the look of a man who's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Leanne? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, what do you mean not dissatisfied? He's like, I'll have you know that I am fucking drowning over... Like, I am fucking dying in a desert over here. And you are the only source of liquid in the desert. And you are, like, actively moving further away from me as I try to drag myself through the sand.
Oh. I shrugged.
Well,
That's
yeah,
all right.
I mean, like, whatever. Sex is...
It wasn't just to have sex, is what I was
absolutely.
saying.
Jamie has a date tonight. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm supposed to be getting dates for myself, and instead, I've been inviting my friends to hang out more.
Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Is your plan... Did your plan backfire, like, historically? Did your plan just, like, blow the fuck up in your face? Like, did the Hindenburg just crash into that fucking field? Like, did your shitty idea just crash and fucking burn? Like, I'm sorry, pig woman. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that your fucking relationship plan basically just ate shit and died all over a fucking freeway while passing trucks run it the fuck over and reduce it to a pink splatter. Like, I'm so sorry that your stupid ass plan to overcome your insecurities by fucking other people, with your boyfriend being fully aware of it, didn't work. I'm so sorry that your shitty fucking Wile E. Coyote scheme to overcome your insecurities didn't work at all. Like what was plan A? Like, what exactly was going to be the end game if this somehow went right? That's always going to be something you guys are going to be talking about. There's always going to be something in the back of your head that you guys are both going to be fucking worried about at that point. Like, what exactly was plan A? Because I can't imagine any fucking reality where this ends well, where people actually benefit from it. I can't. I do not see anywhere, in any dimension or timeline, where this somehow ends in a peaceable way, without the fucking newspaper article ending with, before turning the gun on themselves.
You get slayed tonight. How's that make you feel?
That's a good question.
Jamie just came back.
Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking word came out of her mouth. She's like, fuck, I didn't think about that. This was meant to be for me. Fuck. Like, that is the face of someone who knows they fucked up and they don't know what to do now. Like, that's what that is. Like, that is someone having seen just how much they fucked up and they don't know what to do. because it probably never crossed her mind that JD might do it. It probably just never crossed her fucking mind. Like, at all. That this was a possibility. And now that it's a possibility, it's gonna be like in the back of her fucking head, kicking her in the fucking brain. Because she's gonna keep remembering, like, there's a possibility that you could, like, this shit could turn right around on you. And at that point, you're gonna be fucked. And not in the way you've wanted to be since day one.
From his date?
My first date was very neutral. There wasn't like a spark or whatever, or a connection that I felt.
I realized that that's, I think, what I was hoping would happen.
Like, I was hoping that he wouldn't have success on the date. So that maybe I can have success on one. This feels almost passive aggressive, like she wants him to fail just so he... Like, there are two outcomes, I think, that she was hoping for. Like, I think there were two outcomes that she was probably suspecting would occur. One, she fucks a bunch of people and then she's able to get away with it because he agreed to it. And then her, quote, insecurity problem disappears until she needs to do it again later when they're married and have kids. Or two, like, she was going to go on a lot of dates, sleep with none of them, and then JD was going to realize how lucky he was that the woman that had the option she did stuck with him. I think that was the end goal. I think it was meant to be like an ego boost for her either way. It was meant to be an ego boost regardless. And since nothing is happening in her favor, it's just kind of going neutral. It's leaning, like, the scales have tipped in JD's favor without completely being imbalanced yet. And because they haven't tipped in her favor or even shifted slightly, like, the balance of power is in his favor, and I think she's a little bit frustrated because now she has to contend with the possibility that maybe, just maybe, he might discover that he has more options than she believed, and that could put her in a really bad spot if the relationship starts to go south because he realizes he can just cut and run. Didn't quite think this through.
It's a reality that, attraction occurs, and people have been pretending like it doesn't for a long time. Sex isn't that huge of a part of a relationship.
that fucking wait, what? It's like I wasn't listening till you said that. Excuse me? Some of the people may disagree. In fact, one of the people is on the sofa right next to you. It's like, I'll have you know that I do very, very, very sincerely enjoy the intercourse. Reap what you fucking sow.
I think a lot of people disagree with you.
It is important, but
Yeah, and one of the people is, like, right next to you.
it's just a small part of life.
You're speaking now how you want to be.
Yeah. That's how you manifest that shit.
No, you call that delusional, because when you try to tell people what something is compared to what it's not, and what it's not doesn't mesh with reality, you sound delusional. Well, of course she doesn't know, Dan. That's why she's doing it. The whole idea was to give herself an ego stroking and basically just rub it in her fucking boyfriend's face the whole time.
On Friday with a guy from OkCupid. I'm feeling good about this one. Leanne's finally getting her toes wet.
God, I hate these commercials. Blows up. I hope whoever makes these AI ads gets blown the fuck up.
Leanne has a date next week on Wednesday. Tell me about your date.
She has good grammar. It's gonna be fun.
She had really good grammar when she told me to fuck off and said that what I was doing was retarded when I explained the situation to her.
I have a date tonight.
I know.
I'm pretty excited.
Why are you hiding like a cat in the covers?
Are you? You're hiding in pillows right now.
The first one I kind of was like, just jumping into it because I was like, oh, I gotta go on a date with somebody. This one I feel a little bit more excited about. These are the good blue jeans, right?
No, those weird blue jeans you have, where the crotch is all rubbed out.
Like, I hope it doesn't like go really well where it's like we like want to hang out for a long time and then it's like, oh man, I have to wake up in 4 hours.
So you're hoping your date doesn't go well.
No, wait. How do you feel about this?
I keep waiting for bad feelings to start bubbling up, and for me to start to get worried, to get jealous, to get
I mean, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. I'll tell you exactly what. Like, I'll tell you exactly what's gonna start coming up. You know what's gonna happen? Like, it is gonna turn into a slow, painful, simmering fucking barbecue in that house. Except instead of making delicious food, it's gonna be the two of them. Like, it's just gonna become one of those because they're. Like, it is going to create, like, an unnecessary amount of hostility in that household. Like, it is going to create a lot of fucking hostility. Like, that house is gonna turn into a fucking bomb.
And I just don't feel that way.
I just like, I'm not supposed to have romantic fun with him.
Like, you were trying to do the same shit to him. You don't get to be the person that says set somebody else up to feel that exact same way that you just felt, and then try to act like you have any reason to be upset when you were trying to do the same thing to them. The fuck are you talking about, lady? Like, this is fucked up. This is fucked up because you're basically doing this. You're upset because the same feelings that you were gonna. Like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Because you're complaining that the feelings you were trying to make him feel are hitting you. The average therapist says no. Like, any couples counselor that's ever talked to people about an open relationship, like when they've attempted it, like, the average couples counselor will straight up just say, like, no, this doesn't work, and it will not work, because what's going to happen is you guys are going to have all this tension in the household, and you guys are going to be angry at each other
along, and we ended up like kissing.
And you're asking for permission to see somebody else again after you guys start an open relationship. It doesn't sound like you were really on leaves. Like, maybe there's an option for you out there. You're going along.
I was envious, jealous.
On a date tonight. No matter what happens, this will be
Like a sexual spark? At least I connected with her and I want to... Someone else. I do like mind.
When on that first date, I felt it's not something she's doing for me. Like,
I feel like you wish
That, like, you're just doing all.
Like don't placate her. Like, don't pretend that you think she's doing it for you. Like, don't pretend that even for a minute. Because we all know she's doing it for herself. Like, anybody at all who tries to convince their partner to do that shit, it's not doing it for their partner's sake. They're doing it for themselves. The whole thing is basically just them trying to find a way to weasel it in there so that they can seem less responsible for the destruction and downfall the relationship is going to undergo. Like the hideous metamorphosis that's occurring.
I don't like that idea.
Why is that a bad idea?
That JD's just hears me.
I think he's just doing that to twist the fucking knife. I think he's just doing that to remind you, it's like, see how little success you've had, see how far I've gotten, and the fact that I still come back to you, be grateful. I wouldn't agree with the fucking practice of it, because it would be fucking petty. But I could understand the reasoning behind it if he was. Even if I wouldn't agree with the reasoning, I can get why. God, I hate commercials.
So this is the wrong way to go. It doesn't...
The reason you're falling more in love with JD is because of the fact that you're not having any luck with yourself. You can't force yourself to accept the fact that this is a bad idea. So you're just trying to cope by just saying, as long as he's going on dates and he's not miserable, I'm not miserable. It's basically like the nice guy's way of coping before he finally snaps and he realizes the girl that he wants doesn't want him in return. It's basically like that.
It's somehow
Do this if you guys just did that first thing to start with.
in an open relationship.
a date over to, you know, touch each other's hearts.
Leanne, like, don't bullshit everyone, okay? Don't bullshit everyone. Everyone here, don't even pretend.
Second date yesterday. We out of it necessarily.
What?
No idea.
Out of obligation at this point.
Experience.
The idea that we're just open
Together. That fear of date number 3 with this guy. Each other's company. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're going to that wedding by yourself. You going to that wedding by yourself is going to be it's going to be the closest thing that you're probably ever going to get to getting married. I mean, no bullshit. I'm not even going to dance around it. Like, that is the closest you're going to get to getting married. Is going to someone else's wedding to see someone else get married because you decided that you wanted to blow up your relationship less than 2 years in for the sake of just weighing your options. Like, you fucked yourself up so bad here to see someone blow up their relationship in such a spectacular fashion while being incredibly blind to the shockwaves that are going to come from this later.
Well, is it gonna...
I don't think you could. I just think that nobody was interested and you had to kind of just sit there and bite your tongue and accept it.
And more loving and more...
You realize you could have just gotten all this from the very beginning. Talk to each other. Like communication and trust are two of the biggest ones. And if you can't communicate about what you need or trust that your partner's going to listen, you guys are going to be fucked. Like, this whole situation is... Like, every now and then, you know, this is... If they ever get into it, if they do get married, if they are still together today, and they do stick together... Like what's going to happen is that this is going to become one of those things where the relationship is going to be constantly under stress, and he's going to say, "Hey, remember when we tried to open a relationship? Do you want to do that again? Let's see how bad it goes now."
Been getting out more safe.
After the first couple weeks, and like
it was frenzy and trepidation.
He's just showing her, like, yeah.
Gonna like actively seek out
team now.
You just have to...
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, you respect your partner a great deal when you put them in a situation where they're constantly wondering whether or not they have worth in your eyes because you need to start dating other people to compensate for what you claim are emotional problems in the relationship. Like, seeing this shit right now is depressing. It's bleak and it's fucking soul-crushing. Because honestly, all it shows me is that there are people out there that will try too much and still get too little. Or they'll try to get... Or they'll have, like, too little, and then they'll try to get just enough. And what's going to happen is it's going to fucking crash and burn. But yeah, this has been, like, a fucking nightmare disaster. Guess we're gonna get it from there.